All right, welcome guys. Thank you for spending a little time with us today on this Saturday. We do this every Saturday at 4 o'clock. It is our Thrive Information Zoom, so it gives you a chance to learn a little bit more about these products you've probably heard about, hear some stories, and get your questions answered. So we aren't going to keep you very long today. We have a special guest. Her name is Carmel, and she's going to share her story, and then we'll get going. So just want to say thank you for joining us on this holiday weekend. And I hope everybody's staying cool. So let me start by introducing myself in case you don't know me. My name is Leahna. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm in Ventura. Comment where you guys are watching from, and on the Facebook group too. I'd love to see where you guys are watching from there. So I'm going to take you back a few years. I was in corporate America and very, very busy before kids, and left my corporate job and decided to stay at home with my kids when I got pregnant for my first one. My kids are now 11 and 13. They grew up so fast, keeping me on my toes. But at that time, I had started a mom's group because I really wanted to meet some other mamas and we needed support. And that's where I met Carmel and actually Larissa and Amy on here. So it's kind of fun to see them on here. And as my kids got more active, I think I got less active and wasn't keeping up with them. And I would always say, like, I wish I could just bottle their energy. Does anybody say that or used to say that? I wanted to take naps. They were done napping. They wouldn't let me nap. I was like tired just bringing the groceries in or tired walking up the stairs. Like I had no idea what the heck was going on with me. I felt like somebody pulled the plug and like drained my whole battery. And that was in about my late 30s. So, you know, I wasn't cooking and cleaning. I was just in this total funk and scrolling through Facebook one night, and I came across Carmel's post, and it said something about energy. And I thought, okay, totally skeptical, but I need to know what she's doing because I knew that she was kind of in the same boat as I was and was also a tired mom. I mean, at that time, you guys, I was cranky. My kids, like, I had no patience. I don't know what was going on. I was gaining weight. I was frustrated, not sleeping great, obviously, because I was scrolling on Facebook. I was stress eating, and that post just came at the perfect time. So I reached out to her. It was late at night, and I remember the next day we connected. I had no idea what she was talking about, but she's like, you know, let me tell you my story. And I remember hearing her story, and I was like, if I could just get a tad of what she has experienced, it would be worth it. And so I was totally skeptical, but I had hit rock bottom. Like I was done feeling this way. I thought it was too good to be true, but I had tried everything else, so why not, right? So she walked me through how to get started, and on day one, my brain fog lifted. I was dealing with some health issues, didn't even realize what a fog I was in, honestly. And I thought, okay, that's probably just a coincidence, but it was pretty crazy. Day 3, I noticed that I wasn't drinking my coffee. It was just getting cold. I didn't need it. I didn't crave it. I had like sustained energy all day. And that night I realized when I went to bed quick. Like my thoughts in my brain turned off and I was out and woke up the next day without an alarm clock. But it was really day 10 that started to really be eye-opening to me because my back was hurting, my body was hurting, and I wasn't exercising. And that day I woke up and I'm like, okay, I actually feel like being active. I didn't have a gym membership, and I threw my running shoes on. I don't run. And I just remember taking a selfie of my patch and being like, I can't believe this is helping my body not hurt when I'm running. I was so happy. I came home that day. My kids are like, Mom, what are you doing? You're like cooking and cleaning and singing. And you know, people were starting to notice at that point. I also noticed that I wasn't eating that ice cream that was in my freezer. That was my like stress food I was eating every night. And it was an unopened pint of Haagen-Dazs ice cream in there, and I hadn't eaten it all week. So literally that was 6 years ago. I can't believe this month is 6 years. And you guys, I don't stick with anything. Like I'm kind of a hot mess, and it's just something that I do because 1, it's simple, and 2, I notice a difference every day. And I love the energy I have now for my kids. I mean, they're so grateful. I don't need naps anymore. I'm checking things off on my to-do list. My kids and my husband are so happy I'm thriving right now during this pandemic and where we're all stuck in the house together. They're like, thank you, because they remember. Even my stomach isn't bloated. I'm actually regular. I mean, I can't believe how many women, deal with that. And I was, I'll say it, I was constipated since I was 15 years old, and finally, I'm regular. So that's huge. I've lost inches, I've lost weight. I finally get quality sleep, and my body doesn't hurt anymore. So when all of those things are like continuously getting better, it's like going to the gym, like you're feeling better and better. I'm so grateful to Carmel for that post that day, and for me not being so skeptical that I didn't ask her about it. So let me introduce you to her, because I want her to share her story. It's very different than mine. She is a mama of 2 as well. And before, her background is actually, she was an esthetician and also did eyelash extensions. So she was in the beauty industry. So Carmel, hop on, share with us where you were. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me on. I love hearing stories and I love sharing stories because it's what people can relate to. And just like you, I was a tired mom over 6 years ago, not sleeping well, stressed financially, not feeling like myself, not recognizing myself in the mirror. I was just going through the motions of being a mom. And I thought that that was just what mom was supposed to be doing, right? But there was a part of me that was saying, this is not the mom I had envisioned myself. So I watched a couple of my friends share their Thrive experience. And if you are a skeptic, like, I totally get it, because I think we were all once there. But when you hit a wall, when you are sick and tired of being tired, and you keep seeing your friends talk about how great they feel, how they're sleeping well at night, the clean, sustained energy, I wasn't looking at this product for weight loss, but it does help people with weight loss. I just wanted to feel like I had energy throughout the day. I was 44 at the time, 2 kids under the age of 7, and I just didn't have the energy. Like Leahna said, I was an esthetician. I worked very meticulously with my hands, and my hands were starting to fail me. They felt like they were always asleep. And when you're doing meticulous work like that, and you can't feel your hands, you can't feel the implements that you're using. It's a snowball effect. So when I hit that wall of being sick and tired of being tired, a friend of mine just reached out to me and she said, "How are you?" And I complained about so many different things. I was not expecting her to have that discussion about Thrive, but she stopped me and said, "I have a solution if you're open to learning more." And again, at that time, I was sick and tired of being tired. So I was ready to trust her. She wasn't someone that needed to lose weight either. So I really related to where she was at. She just wanted to feel better. Her husband was a physician's assistant. They are a family that really takes pride and joy on eating organic, raw, whole foods. So I trusted her. And I trusted her so much that I didn't follow her instructions. And I share that with you because there are so many times where people will start their Thrive experience and think, you know what, I know how to take this, and they take it wrong. I was that same way. And I didn't feel it. And she called me on day 3 and she said, "How are you feeling?" I said, "You know what? I don't think this is working for me. It's going to be one of those things that just is not for me." And we talked about how I took it. We corrected my steps. By day 4, I noticed that as soon as I laid my head down on the pillow, I fell asleep pretty quickly. And that's not like me. I'm a light sleeper. It literally used to take me an hour to 45 minutes to fall asleep. And if I'm woken up, again, another 45 minutes to an hour. And with young kids that don't sleep well, it's a vicious cycle. By day 7 was that mental clarity that kicked in for me that Leahna was talking about, literally waking up as if someone took my glasses at night and decided to clean them off. Like, it was clear and so memorable and visible. The energy was clean and sustained. I too did not need to drink my cup of coffee. I didn't crash that afternoon, and I didn't need a nap. So I thought to myself, well, maybe this is something. Day 10, like Leahna said, her digestive system was on track. Mine became an everyday thing, which is key to having a happy, healthy gut. But day 27 was my biggest aha moment, because the sleepy hands that I had almost all the time, I finally got the feeling back in my hand. So at that point on day 27, not only did I have clean, sustained energy, not only was I sleeping better, not only did I feel like a new version, an upgraded version of me, I had my hands back. There was no way I was going to go back to the downgraded version of myself. So that's like my main story, but I shared this with Leahna. I've been thriving for 6 years now. And during this 6 years, I've entered into menopause, and I started to notice so many of the things that I help my clients with. The fact that they are extremely tired, bloated, gaining weight, not feeling their best, mental fog, all these things that I was experiencing when I noticed that I was in that phase, I thought to myself, I need to become my own client. So I started to play with my 3 steps, the Thriveexperience, a little bit more to really fine tune and help me out. And once I figured that out and incorporated more amino acids and incorporated whole foods, I was feeling like a younger version of myself again. I'm going to put myself on mute real quick. Sorry, we have people walking into the house. So that, again, is like another testimony for me that this product works. It has worked for me twice. And now I have 2 types of stories that I absolutely love to share with other people that I truly feel that can help them feel like the best version of themselves. So those 2 stories in one.
I love it. And it's so true how, like, the benefits, they're unexpected. Like everybody has such a different experience. Like, everybody on here, and comment if you're thriving, comment what your favorite benefit is, or couple benefits. But you know, you don't know when you're introducing it to somebody, you know, you don't know what they're going to experience. And it keeps like evolving, you know, as with more time, just like it does with the gym. You know, it keeps evolving, and you keep getting better and better, and your body goes through all different kinds of things. And especially like right now, there's a lot of stress out there, and it's helping me now get through all of this stress and be able to handle it and not feel out of control. So I mean, definitely there's many stories in one, I think, for many of us. So I appreciate you sharing all that. And I really appreciate you sharing this with me, because you have changed my life. I know that sounds so cliche, but it's so true, and I will always be grateful. So very special guest on here today for me. So for those of you, yes, for those of you that are probably wondering and not sure what we're talking about, is we're talking about the Thriveexperience. It's the 8-week experience. And let me just go through exactly what it is, and then we'll get your questions answered. So it is an overall health supplement. It's meant to fill in your nutritional gaps. It gets you healthy from the inside out. It starts in your gut. If you get your gut healthy, everything else balances out. It helps you absorb more. Once you're absorbing, your inflammation comes down in your body, and your body functions better. That's what it is all about, is it gets your body functioning the way it should. So I'll go over what's in it. We have 3 simple steps that makes up one product, okay? So it includes all your vitamins, minerals, plant extracts, BCAAs, prebiotics, probiotics, fiber, protein, anti-inflammatory, digestive enzymes, and more. A naturopath and medical advisory board created this product to basically as premium quality. Okay, so they've formulated it all together so they all intertwine and work together, and it's all non-GMO, it's all gluten-free, it's plant-based, and it is premium quality, which means it's actually absorbing it and you're not pooping and peeing all the great stuff out. So when people take it correctly, they start to notice things like we talked about: more energy, better sleep, less aches in their body, better mood, handling stress better, less bloating, more regularity in your bowels, less headaches, less sugar cravings, losing inches, improved fitness, just feeling more productive. So, and I like that it's for everyone. So it's for older and younger, women, men, parents, grandparents, athletes, students, workaholics, couch potatoes, fit, not fit, nurses, first responders, and teachers. And we even have a kids line. And I love how simple it is to take. So when you wake up in the morning, you take 1 or 2 capsules. There's men's and women's. You put them by your bedside table and you drink it with a glass of water. Then you wait about 20 to 40 minutes and you drink your lifestyle mix. It tastes awesome, and there's 5 different flavors. It's micronized, so it shakes up in just a shaker bottle or a mason jar, super fine, and I love taking it every day. It tastes delicious. And then you put on your wearable nutrition. So show your patch if you got one. Today I've got my Ultra patch on. Carmel's got black label, I see, or white label, I see a black label. So there's different DFTs. They're dermafusion technology. It's a DFT, and it's wearable nutrition. And there's different ones according to your goals. We usually start everybody off with the basic one, and then we work together to customize it after your first month. So that's as simple it is. You take your capsules, 20 minutes later, drink your shake, you put your patch on. It's not a meal replacement, so you still get to eat breakfast. We just encourage you to eat or drink lots of water and make good choices, right? So simple as that. And you notice the benefits probably kick in about day 10. Some people feel them a little earlier, some people feel them later, and it's meant to take for 8 weeks because that's how long your body takes to get into balance. So now we are going to ask and answer some frequently asked questions. I love, okay, so Lauren posted that she's not running on coffee or espresso or energy drinks or soda anymore. A huge benefit. And Amy says she's sleeping deeper, her mental clarity, unexpected 30 pounds down and still shrinking every time I see her, and having that all clean energy. So many great benefits and different for everybody. So I love seeing the different experiences. So let's answer some questions. Type them if you got them, and then I will run through while you're typing, or you can unmute or ask them in the Facebook chat what your questions are. But one that I also, that I get asked a lot is, where do you get your energy from? Is it loaded with stimulants? And I love that question because that was my concern in the beginning. I was drinking 2 cups of coffee and my doctor was like, no more, it's causing you to stay up at night and, craziness and, keeping up. So when I looked into it, I was really pleased because it was a huge reduction in caffeine for me. So it's not the energy you're not getting from, just the caffeine in it. You're literally getting energy from filling your body with good, healthy nutrition. But basically the capsules have 20 milligrams in each, or 25 for the men's. So a small amount. And then the shake has 25. So if you're doing the capsules and a half a shake, which is pretty typical, you're going to get less than like 60 milligrams of caffeine total. This DFT has no caffeine in it. And so, but you're still going to get that sustained energy all day, which is so nice. So it's a huge reduction in caffeine for most people, honestly. And it's all plant-based caffeine, so there's nothing synthetic in it. Another question is, do you need all 3 steps? Good question. So it is formulated as one product, but it's in 3 different delivery systems. So when the capsules go in, you're balancing your gut, your pH balancing your gut. So then when the probiotics come in, that is helping you absorb and working on your gut health. And then you're putting your patch on to extend out the benefits all day long, so you don't have to keep taking things all through the day. So everything is sold individually, and you can. I mean, it's customizable depending on what your goals are, but we really recommend those are the core 3 steps. But you can take a little bit more or a little bit less depending on, how your body responds and what it needs. And we work together to do that with you. So it's definitely not something that you buy and then you just go on your own. We have a great support system. We have a really fun community on Facebook. And as well as that's what we're here to do, is make sure that you are getting the most benefits from this product when you're investing in yourself. Do you have to be on a special diet? That's a great question too. We really recommend, I mean, it goes with keto, it goes with intermittent fasting, whatever it is that you are implementing. If you're just, doing healthy eating, it basically is supplementing your healthy lifestyle, whatever that is. And so it's customizable. So if you're doing intermittent fasting, you don't take the shake until you break your fast. If you're doing keto, the shake only has 2 grams of fat or 2 grams of sugar, and it's sweetened with stevia. So it's diabetic friendly as well as keto friendly. So there's ways that we can do it. We really recommend just making good choices, like drinking a ton of water and eating like 80-20, 80%, clean eating, 20%, weekend, have fun. Okay, perfect. So another one is, can you drink coffee with it? So a lot of people, is a misconception that you can't drink coffee with this. And honestly, we just lose our craving for it. We don't need it anymore for energy. And we recommend in the beginning to either take your coffee later or just go without. You won't get that headache that typically people get when they're going off of energy drinks and coffee when you're transitioning onto this, because it does have a little bit of caffeine in it. But it's not the caffeine that we're concerned about. It's actually the acidity in the coffee or the energy drinks or soda that will actually halt the product from working. So you really want to trust the product, let it work in your system, because if you throw coffee in there, it's going to kind of stop that from working, as well as making you crash. If you're having, additional caffeine, you're still taking it, and it's going to make you crash later. So reducing it or taking it later is what we recommend, but most of us don't need it, think about it, crave it at all anymore. It's the weirdest thing. Another one is, how much is it? Are there any fees to be part of the company? And this is something I really like, is that there are no fees to be a customer or no fees to be a promoter. The only thing we ever pay for is our products and shipping. So that's a great thing. And it comes out like, if you've compared pricing to other programs out there, I think this one is really reasonable, because it's usually a cost replacement, because you're not going to need any more multivitamins. You're not going to need those protein shakes. You're not going to need energy drinks and coffee and, bad snacks and pre-workouts anymore. So usually this is a replacement cost. So it comes out to be $5 a day. So think about what you spend per day at Starbucks and the vitamin store, and break that down. And this will usually, be about the same or less. But it's $150 for a month, and that will give you a 4-week pack. And if you do the 4-week pack, you actually get a free shake, which is really nice. So that could last you a little bit longer too, if you don't do the full amount. So it's very reasonable and worth the investment. Basically, like most people, what they do is they get started and they start feeling good by day 10. They can't stop talking about it with other people. And when you share it with 2 people, this company is so generous that you can earn your product for free with just 2 referrals. So, that happened to me after my first month, and I haven't paid for it since. So that truly is, if you share, if you talk to others about a restaurant you like or a movie you like, this is the same thing. And then they will reward you with credits so you can get your product for free. And you really are like helping other people, because they need this. I mean, a lot of people really need it right now. So if you are interested in getting started or just want to learn more, connect with whoever invited you to this call, and we can kind of help customize it to your budget, to your goals, and just whatever it is that you need right now. We can just have a conversation and see how you can fit this in, because it definitely makes a huge difference, and you deserve it. And it will be literally the best gift that you've ever given yourself. So with that said, thank you so much for hopping on, spending a little bit of time with us on your holiday weekend. Thank you, Carmel, for being here, and everybody else that has taken a little bit of time. And share this out with anybody that you feel can benefit from Thrive. We're here to just spread the word and help as many people as we can. We're really passionate and on a mission to do that. So enjoy your weekend. Thanks so much. Bye.